Hello guys, welcome to yet another tutorial of using AutoCAD MEP. Now in this tutorial we're going to look at a simple house design, and the house we're going to be designing is this, but we're mostly interested in the floor plan, not the extra details like the structures and the finishes. We're only interested in the floor plan because in the next tutorial we're going to look at how to design an electrical floor plan of the same plan that we are working on today. Okay, so let's get started. Go ahead and open your AutoCAD. Mine is over here. So we're going to just start a new drawing. We can always add the sheet layout later on. So just click on start new drawing, and so okay, and make sure you are set to architecture. Then you can always go ahead and dock these, and make sure they are docked so that they are not in the way. Same thing with the properties window, dock it somewhere. Yeah. Right, so we start off with the home, and we are going to start by drawing a simple wall. So we can either start from here going downwards, or from this point going upwards, then right, then down. It's really up to you. So I think we're going to start off from here. Okay, so we have to first analyze the drawing because the dimensions we are given are only in terms of area. So this is 3 meters by 3.4, and this is 2.8 by 3, then 1.3 by 2. So we have to look out for which side is longer than the other. Okay, so this side appears longer than from here to here, so it's probably from here to here is the 3 meters, and the longer side is the 3.4. Then from here to here we take the smallest size, which is 1.3. okay, yeah. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to draw a wall 3.4 meters, then plus 1.3 meters from this point to this point. And this is very easy. We just need to use the tools that are available to us. We don't need to create our own. Maybe we can edit the wall a little bit later on. So click on the wall from your drawing tool palette. Click on the wall, then actually before that, make sure you've checked the units, and the units are, we are using millimeters. Okay, that's our standard units, millimeters. Okay, so mine are already set to millimeters. Maybe I should change the precision to 0 decimal place. Same thing with the the angles. Everything else is okay. So click apply and set as default. Click apply, then okay. Alright, so then click on your wall. Don't show this again. Okay, so click on the wall, and then we are going to start off by drawing a wall. Now you notice that the caption besides the cursor says polar 14667. So now that is a distance from the point that we've clicked at, and the angle is 0 degrees. So that distance is too large compared to is 3.4 plus 1.3, so that is a total of 4.7. So 4.7 in millimeters should be 4,700 millimeters. But in comparison to this distance, this is in 10,000s. So 4,000 should be something very small. So in order to get a clear view, just focus on the very start point where you clicked and try to zoom in. Okay, just try to zoom in, and you notice the more I zoom in, the better the resolution, or whatever you want to call it. So we need a distance of 4.7, so 4,700. So as we go towards the right, just type 4,700, enter, and there we have our first wall. And then downwards, we need to compute that distance. We have 2 meters for the bathroom, and well, the other one is quite complicated. So what we are going to do is, okay, let me see here. So we could start off by drawing this side of the wall of the house, this wall, because it's easier to add up. This is 3 by, again, for this side we take the longer dimension, because this one is obviously smaller. From here to here is smaller than from here to around that point. Well, actually we can still continue with this side, because the dimension from here to here should be the 3 meters. I suppose it should be the 3 meters. So from here to here we take the longer dimension, which is 3.6. So that will be a total of 6.6, that is 6,600. Okay, so vertically downwards type 6,600, enter. And now leftwards we are going to take 2.5, that is 2,500. 2,500. Then upwards a little bit, we're going to do some mathematics here. So from here to here is 6,600, and from here to here is it should be 3 plus 3, which is 6. So meaning this part is 600. Okay, 600 millimeters. That is about 0.6 of a meter. So upwards 600. Then towards the left should be 2.8 meters, so that is 2,800. Then and we are a bit off. So what went wrong? Dimensions are not consistent. Okay, we have a 2,500 plus because from here to here plus from here to there should be the same distance. Let me see what we have. Yeah, it is off. So 2.8 and 2.5 should be it should be 5.3, but we have okay, we have this is 2 meters, and it's actually yeah, so the distance is not enough. We're going to just have to add that one up. Okay, yeah, we make up for that inconsistency. We just add the extra distance, because clearly when you add 1.3 to 3.4 we don't get the 5.3. Okay, so we're just going to have to make up that extra distance. Right, so I'll go as far as okay, I need to activate endpoint. Yeah, that, then click there and also click there. So let's just make up that distance. And maybe the other thing is we need to probably make the wall size smaller, so we just make it 200. So select the wall and then go to properties, look for the width. We can just make it 200. We could even make it 180, depending on your preferences. So we can let's just make it 200. Yeah. So let's just make it 200. Okay, now it's time to add the interior walls. Bathroom is 1300 by 2000. So I'm going to get the wall. Still okay, make it 200. So from here to here I'll make 1300. Start off from there and then downwards it should be 2000, and close it up at that point. Then for this bedroom, for the bedroom we need here to here it should be 3600 and then 2500. So 3600 should be okay with the wall. From here 3600, enter, and obviously we have this point, so we should just track it. Click there and click there, and well, that part seems to be done. Let me check the properties again. Yeah, now the wall is 200. The size is what we want. So we are not going to add these other symbols because I don't have the add-in for that. You can always purchase the add-in from Autodesk and then add symbols, or you can create your own blocks and add them, but those are not for this tutorial. We are mostly interested in electrical plan design. Those are for the architectural part or sessions. Okay, so yeah, so now what we're going to do is go straight and add well, I feel like the wall sizes should be smaller, so I'm going to do just that, and then we're going to add windows and windows and doors, and then some labels for the rooms, minus the dimensions. We don't need that, just to know which is which, and we'll be done. Maybe add a few details like the roof, because that part is easier also. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the wall a little bit to, I want to just make it, I'm going to make it 180. Okay, the height is okay. That is standard height. Okay, so 180 should be sufficient enough. Now we're going to add some doors and windows. Okay. So for the kitchen door and internal doors, I'm going to use pocket doors, except for this one. I'll just use a hinged door. Okay. Because of the window, we can't put a pocket door here. If it opens, it will be opening into the window. So we can just place randomly some windows first, and then we go on to the doors. So for that, you click on window, you can browse and choose which kind that you want. We can look for casement, double, or we see we can use hopper for the bathroom. Check here. Okay, we're going to go with casement double just to keep things simple. Or we can use glider. Yeah, we can actually use glider. Okay, one that slides over the other pane. So double click it to make sure it's the one selected, and then select a wall section. So according to this, we have just one window there. So just click there, and I think I need to activate nearest. Okay, I need to activate nearest, otherwise, yeah. So just one window there, and we can add two of them here. So around there we have the first window, and we can add another window, and then two here. So somewhere there we can put two windows. Okay, that should suffice. Although that means the dimensions are off, obviously. So we can put another one here and none there. Then we go to the bedroom, we put two windows there. And another window there. Okay, so then we need one for the bathroom. We're going to use a different wait, what did it go to? Okay, one for the bathroom. We're going to use let's use this one. So double click on it, and it's somewhere there. Okay, so we are done with the windows. So now what we are left to do is maybe move this a little bit to that point. Yeah. Okay, now we need to add some doors. So I'll put I'll click on doors, browse, and we can use a single hinged door. We can just use this one. Oh, let me see. Okay, we can just go with any, just this one. And we need a space, so we click there. Okay, so the rest are pocket doors. Okay, now we need to browse for the pocket doors. Pocket single, this one. So double click on it and activate it. Double click and then look for so here we will obviously change the orientation later on. Then also bathroom, we need some kind of pocket door. We'll have to readjust later on. Kitchen, same thing, we need like a pocket door along that point there. Okay, and that is all for the pocket doors. So now what we do is to try and adjust we should adjust it to okay, wait, we can just access the properties window and make it 900. Okay, the height is okay, 2 meters, but the width should be about a meter, which is 900. 900 feels fair enough. We can move it to a little bit there, and now we make this one about half a meter or 600, or maybe about half a meter, and see what we have. If it doesn't fit, then we switch to a different orientation. Alright, so about half a meter, we can make it 550. Then we can flip it to the other side. I think that's good enough, right? Yeah, that's good enough. We can also reduce the size of the window to we can make it 900. Actually, this is for the bathroom, so we can make it same size as the door probably. Okay, then try to center it. Okay, I think that is good enough. So we can also change the dimensions of this to 900, and also try to place it next to the other side. So orient it like this and then move it to almost at the other wall. Right, so that looks good enough. Then we can change this one to same 900. Okay, where did it go? 900. And same thing, move it to that side a little bit. Right, so we have ourselves, maybe we could Okay, for the windows, I think we can just leave the windows the way they are. Okay, maybe just use one window here because it looks too crowded. Move that a little bit there. And what else we need to do? Okay, that seems good enough. Same thing, probably put just one window here. Try to center this one. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what else we have. We don't have any pouch, so yeah, I think we can go with that. Now, yeah, what we are left to do is to add some text for the kitchen, dining, living room, bedroom, and bathroom. Okay, so you go over to annotate and choose a different font, not a notif. Change to Arial bold and probably use 3. If it's not good enough, we'll make it bigger. So this is dining slash kitchen. Dining slash kitchen, and it's very small. So what we're going to do is to increase the font to something like 250, and that seems to be very big, so reduce it to 200. How is 200? Is still too big, so let's make it 180. Still a little big, so let's make it 160. And 160 is still okay. Let me check here. Okay, I think we can change the font as well to let me see, yeah, to that one. And oh, it's not selected. Okay, I think we can go with that 160. Then we make sure this is aligned. So that is dining. Now we can just copy this and paste into other areas. So we paste for the living room, put it around here, then bedroom here, and for the bathroom just paste it there. So double click to edit, just need to type bath, and when you double click here you just need to put bedroom. So here should be this is living. Let's put living for living room. Okay, and house is nearly done, so we can try to see it in 3D and see how it looks like. So for that, you just go over here, navigation, and you can click this arrow first to make it in that elevation, and then click, hold and drag that, then change the orientation a bit. Now we can see the front and one of the ends and the plan. Okay, so now this is a 2D wireframe. Of course, there are other views like conceptual, right? So you can switch to conceptual, or you can switch to there's hidden, there's shaded, then there's realistic. Okay, we can try to use realistic. You also have sketchy and X-ray. So for design purposes, we can just use 2D wireframe. So now what we are going to do is to add. We are going to add a roof slab, and then finally add a roof. Okay, so for that we look for. We will note this one. This one will come at an elevation. An inclination. So we just click on slab, generally slab, and we can use that point and that end point. That end point can just Control Z. We can. I'm trying to track the other point, but this point I can't really focus on it. So for that, let me try top and focus on that point. Okay, I think there's something wrong with my snap settings. Let me check a little bit and see midpoint center, geometrical center, node. Well, none of these help. Perpendicular. Let me check the angles. 15, 30, 45. Snap settings. Okay, let me check what we. Well, it's not that. Well, another thing, there's dynamic input. If you want to disable these extra lines, make sure this is unchecked, or these extra markings. If it's enabled, this is usually what you see. Is okay, it's not visible here. Still not visible. Okay, but for most cases you don't need dynamic input. Okay, for some reason I can't track that point. Of course, Okay, anyway, I don't need that. I don't need to enable that part. So it's probably picking the base, so I can't really do anything about it. Let me just use I'll just extend it. It could be tracking the base point instead of the top. So at this point you just click type C to close, C, then enter, close, and it should be there. So if we go back to our 3D, then zoom in, should be able to see it. Okay, I escape this, and then this top part is our slab, the one we just created. So we are going to extend it a little bit outwards. Okay, let me use the top view. So I'm going to extend it to that point, and then further extend it about 300 millimeters, that is 0.3 of a meter, to create that kind of skirting. Okay, because the roof should overhang a little bit, so we need to move it about, maybe we can just make it 20 centimeters. Okay, stick to 300. What happened? Let me first move this to 300. Okay, we probably don't need to move this one because it's already extended. Now what we need is to move these other ones to 300, extend this to 300, then extend this other one to 300. Now we have something like that, right? So if we see it in 3D, this is how it appears. This is how it appears. So if we try to, we should see something like that, right? Now what we want to do is to add a roof on top of it. So I'm going back to this, probably should work with the top and look for roof. Okay, so with the roof we're going to just start from that point and this point, this point, that point, this point. Okay, so that is our roof. Then just press enter on your keyboard and you have yourself a roof. So you can try to visualize it in 3D and see what you have. Okay. Okay. So this is what we have. So we can try the realistic. Yeah, this is what we have. a simple one bedroom home with a gapped roof or something. So we are not going to go into details of which roof design, or that is for some other time. We are mostly interested in what will follow in the next tutorial. Okay, so we can, yeah, our house is now done. Yeah, so let's go back to the top, and this is what we have, right? Okay, so we can go ahead and save it. I'm going to save it as okay, I'll just save it as floor plan, floor plan, floor plan 01, floor plan, okay, floor plan 01, like that. Okay. So we are not going to do these other things like paper layout. That can be done later on. Okay. Yeah. So that's it for this. Yeah, let's meet again in next video.